Live from WRAL News Headquarters in Raleigh, your number one source for local news. WRAL News, coverage you can count on.
Yesterday's cold front has made way for some cold temperatures starting here for Thanksgiving Day, but it continues into the weekend. I'll show you how cold it will get.
And we are staying on top of new developments this morning after 2 National Guard members were shot.
It was a crime against our entire nation.
An update on their condition this morning and new information about a suspect.
And tracking holiday travel, we are giving you a live look over beautiful RDU this morning. Everything you need to know before taking to the road or skies this Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Welcome in to Fox 50. I'm Michelle McConaughey.
And I'm Laura Levine, and it's great to see that we are starting off the day with dry conditions, but it is pretty chilly. Meteorologist Elizabeth Gartner tracking the forecast for us. Elizabeth.
It looks beautiful behind you guys, and pretty too as we take a look from our Jimmy V camera down Fayetteville Street. Pretty quiet out here this morning, but plenty of sunshine all across the region. We just started to see our temperatures creep up a little bit. 41 in downtown Raleigh compared to 40 just a few minutes ago. Our wind beginning to pick up a little bit, northwest, I should say, at around 7 miles per hour. It is going to be somewhat breezy this afternoon. We'll see gusts up to maybe 20, 25 miles per hour, and much colder than yesterday. Instead of 70s, our highs will be in the low 50s. So if you're headed out for a stroll after your Thanksgiving dinner, you may need that jacket, you know, maybe even a little hat to keep things warm as we have some breezy conditions. Overnight tonight, speaking of winds, the wind chill is going to make it feel bitterly cold. I'll show you hour by hour coming up.
Elizabeth, thank you. Right now, we are staying on top of that breaking news. In about an hour now, FBI Director Kash Patel and other officials will hold a news conference. This comes as 2 West Virginia National Guard members are in critical condition after a shooting in D.C. last night. The suspect, a 29-year-old Afghan national, is in custody. He was shot during the attack, but is expected to recover. President Trump ordering 500 more National Guard members to the Capitol following the attack. The man in custody came to the U.S. from Afghanistan in 2021.
I am determined to ensure that the animal who perpetrated this atrocity pays the steepest possible price.
President Trump went on to say that this was an act of terror. A motive has not been determined, and the nature of the investigation could change. And Governor Josh Stein is reacting to the shooting of the 2 National Guard members. In a statement, he said, "I am absolutely appalled by the attack on 2 West Virginia National Guardsmen in D.C. North Carolina, please pray for their families and the entire National Guard community during this difficult time." And as we continue to follow this developing story, download the WRAL News app. That way, you can be the first to know about any new information as we learn it. Also, be sure to turn on those push notifications as well. We'll follow this story throughout the day here on WRAL. You can look for coverage from our evening news team beginning at 4 p.m.
Well, it's Thanksgiving, and we have everything you need to know before carving that turkey. We have team coverage covering everything from store hours, charitable events happening, and travel conditions this morning. First, let's take you out to RDU, where this holiday travel week could be the busiest ever. AAA expects 6 million people to fly from yesterday through Monday. That's 1.6 million more than last year. Airlines have been trying to get back to normal after canceling thousands of flights during the government shutdown. Right now, 4 delays at RDU, no cancellations, but still, in light of the shutdown, WRAL spoke with one family at RDU traveling to New York City, and they had a backup plan in place.
We came up with a game plan. We knew that if this was going to be a 5-hour wait, we got a rental car at Enterprise, and we were ready to drive today.
Did we cancel it?
We got to
cancel it. Good.
We didn't cancel, but we came up with a plan B.
Yeah, and we still have the car coming back if we have to drive.
And if you are checking a bag, get there early. That is where we saw the longest lines at RDU.
Also seeing record-breaking travel on the roads. This is a live look over I-87 and New Hope Road. AAA predicted 2.1 million North Carolinians to travel by car to get to their Thanksgiving destinations. You can see this morning we are smooth sailing, but yesterday we reported fender benders on I-40 eastbound in Raleigh and some traffic backups as well. One Wake County Sheriff deputy says he pulled over a driver for road rage.
It was high speed, following too close, and reckless driving. But she needed to be stopped, and she needed to be warned, and she needed to realize that her actions were a danger not only to herself, but to everybody else.
The Wake County Sheriff's Office recommends drivers get on the road before or after peak traffic hours. And of course, to abide by the speed limit and wear a seatbelt.
Runners are getting ready this Thanksgiving morning for the annual Raleigh Trophy Turkey Trot. WRAL's Kelsey Coffey is near Dix Park this morning. Kelsey, the run to benefit such a good cause gets started in less than an hour.
Yes, Renee, and it's already just feeling like good vibes here. You may be able to hear some of the music that's going on Good Street right near Dix Park, so you can see that folks have already arrived for that run that's scheduled to start this morning at 9 o'clock. Of course, the annual Trophy Turkey Trot. Runners will start here on Good Street and run a 5K around Dix Park. Organizers are expecting a huge turnout today, and we're expecting to see even more people coming here within the next 30 minutes. All of the proceeds for this event go to Healing Transitions of Raleigh. WRAL is a proud media partner for this event. So I can tell you that I can already see that folks are really excited. The spirit is high here. They're even giving out these little fun clappers. So we'll be sure to keep you updated as runners arrive and the race starts at 9 o'clock. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.
And today, families in need will enjoy their Thanksgiving meal at the Durham Rescue Mission. Meals will be available for those in need starting at noon. The Thanksgiving meal will have all of the fixings: turkey, corn, green beans, mashed potatoes, gravy, stuffing, and dessert. And everyone who comes to the event will receive a grocery bag and free clothing. Doors open for the Thanksgiving meal at 11 o'clock this morning.
Well, if you forgot an item for your Thanksgiving meal, you better get to the store early. Today, many grocery stores close early. In the Triangle, Harris Teeter will be open until 2 p.m., Wegmans until 4, Lowe's Foods until 4, and Food Lion until 3 p.m.
We're following some breaking news right now. Firefighters investigating what led to a house catching fire in Durham. Durham Fire says they got called around 2:15 this morning to a home along Maplewood Drive. That's near East Club Boulevard and I-85. When they got there, they saw flames coming from the back of the home. After investigating, they found a car behind the home that had caught fire, and that led to the fire in the home. The fire was out within 15 minutes. Nobody was injured. The Red Cross is helping the homeowner find a place to stay.
Now listen to this pretty disturbing situation. Raleigh police are looking for a man accused of flashing a woman on the Crabtree Valley Trail. This happened near Glenwood Avenue, and this isn't the first case of flashing on a trail this month. Multiple people around that area say this has happened to them on different trails over the past 2 weeks. One Raleigh woman who says she was flashed on Crabtree Creek Trail took to social media cautioning other runners. She said in part, "There he was, pants all the way down, completely naked. It's been a long time since I felt that kind of fear." RPD tells us by the time officers arrived, well, the man who flashed her was nowhere to be found. Police are still looking for him.
For women, it's incredibly, I don't know, not terrible time, but like hard time sometimes to even go outside and enjoy walking around, you know.
Police say while officers do monitor the city's greenways, they cannot be everywhere at once. They encourage trail goers to use the buddy system and to report anything suspicious to 911.
Well, this morning, one person is in custody after a shooting in Fayetteville. It happened on Bragg Boulevard just after 6 o'clock last night. Officers say the suspect and victim knew each other and were involved in a fight when that shooting happened. The victim was rushed to the hospital where he died. This is still an active investigation. No names have been released.
Reaction after federal judges ruled in favor of North Carolina's new congressional map. Republicans redrew the map to give themselves another seat in the House next year by targeting Democratic Congressman Don Davis. Critics sued, claiming that Republicans engaged in unconstitutional gerrymandering. Last night, a panel of 3 federal judges, all Republican political appointees, shot down those claims. Republican State Senator leader Phil Berger celebrated the win. He said, as Democrat-run states like California do everything in their power to undermine President Trump's administration and agenda, North Carolina Republicans went to work to protect the America First agenda.
We must continue this fight, and we will take it wherever we can because people deserve their constitutional rights.
So an appeal is likely. Any appeal would head directly to the United States Supreme Court.
Well, the Thanksgiving football tradition alive and well on WRAL and Fox 50. First, a matchup between the Green Bay Packers and Detroit Lions. That game kicks off right here on Fox 50 at 1 p.m. And later tonight, turn it over to WRAL. The Cincinnati Bengals face off against the Baltimore Ravens. Kickoff for that game is 8:15.
Here's a look at what's ahead now. Raleigh home collapse. Sky 5 captured the aftermath of a local home falling in on itself. The work being done to preserve the home.
And Black Friday preparations. We are showing you how to get the best deals this holiday season, how shopping behaviors this year are expected to compare to last year.
Lots of sunshine for today, but a bit breezy this afternoon, and highs will be much cooler than yesterday, but that's not the end of it. We'll continue to see temperatures dropping as we get into Friday. For Black Friday shopping in the morning, it's going to be bitterly cold. I'll show you. 8:13. Yesterday's cold front slipped right on by, and behind it, the cold air has started to settle in, but it's going to come in different waves. And so it's chilly this morning, but it'll be even colder tomorrow morning. We take a live look at Rocky Mount Mills. You can see our tower. This is a brand new camera. Loving this one. You can see the pretty wreaths there at Rocky Mount Mills. And we're excited to light that tower along with the one here in our backyard and the one in Durham on Wednesday. 37 right now in Roxborough, 42 Fayetteville, 40 in Garner and Cary. So our temperatures are chilly, a lot colder than this time yesterday, but not too far from normal either. Our Thanksgiving high temperature in the low 50s. If you're going to be out, say walking the dog right after your lunch or just heading out in the afternoon, temperatures will be in the mid 50s, but temps drop fast and wind chill becomes a factor overnight tonight. I'll show you how cold it will get.
Elizabeth, thank you. A home collapsed in downtown Raleigh, and it was caught on camera. The city says the home was being renovated before it fell. Sky 5 captured the aftermath from above. You can see here. Fire crews tell us the home will need to be demolished. County records show that the home has been here since the 1930s. A real estate company bought it at the beginning of the year. WRAL spoke with a neighbor who saw the home fall.
I knew the house was old. It's been here. I've been here 20-some years. It was already here and looked like it was an older house. And so it just didn't make sense that they were building onto an old foundation to begin with.
Construction crews were trying to preserve the wall bearings before it fell.
Looking ahead, the town of Zebulon will have a swearing-in ceremony next week for its incoming mayor and 2 commissioners. Mayor Jessica Harrison and Commissioners Quentin Miles and George Roa will be sworn in on December 6th. The public is invited. It all gets underway at 10 a.m. on the Town Hall front lawn.
A dispute between Cigna and UNC Health has reached a standstill. UNC sent a letter to roughly 65,000 Cigna members warning them of the change. They will have to switch providers or risk paying much more for medical services if a deal isn't reached by Monday. Cigna told WRAL negotiations are moving forward in good faith with UNC Health to reach a fair and reasonable agreement for all.
If you are looking for something to do while the family is in town, historic Yates Mill County Park is reopening. The park has been undergoing renovations, including the installation of its new water wheel. The park reopens tomorrow.
After Thanksgiving, of course, comes Black Friday, and stores are already preparing for the shopping holiday. The National Retail Federation expects overall sales to be about the same as last year as shoppers hunt for bargains. And secondhand shopping is expected to be popular like last year. This year, there are some changes. Shoppers are more likely to use AI tools to track deals and look for inspiration. And stores have seen some impacts from tariffs.
That we definitely see a big difference, and glass especially, because again, most of it comes from China.
We got a lot of our product in before the tariffs. There might have been 1 or 2 items that were hit by it that we had to let go, but for the most part, we were quite fortunate this year with our inventories.
So if you choose to shop online, Adobe says the biggest discounts on Cyber Monday will be on clothes and computers.
And you are familiar with Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday, but Travel Tuesday brings deals on vacations for the year ahead. Jen Sullivan explains the discounts you can take advantage of next week.
When it comes to holiday shopping, Black Friday and Cyber Monday are the Super Bowl for retail. But after those two big days is a lesser-known doorbuster day called Travel Tuesday.
Travel Tuesday is the most comprehensive day of deals across the travel industry.
Travel expert Emily Kaufman, known as the Travel Mom, says the Tuesday after Thanksgiving is when you can score major discounts on flights, cruises, hotel stays, and even travel packages.
Travel is such a huge category and is in such high demand that they curated and created their own special day.
But unlike Black Friday deals, which can extend through the entire month of December, Kaufman says many of the travel bargains only last 24 hours. Here's some of the details on the discounts you can score. Kaufman says Great Wolf Lodge, which has locations around the country, has a big sale for Travel Tuesday.
They're having a one-day flash sale, which has savings of 40% on standard rooms and up to 50% for premium or themed rooms.
Personal finance site NerdWallet recently came up with a list of the best deals for Travel Tuesday. Big hotel chains are slashing prices. Hilton is offering up to 50% off of some stays. Marriott up to 40%. And many Hyatt hotels will be offering up to 30% off. It all depends on the location and dates. The secret to Travel Tuesday isn't luck, it's preparation.
Oftentimes, these deals require a specific promo code, so make sure you do your research ahead of time, and they're for select dates.
If you're looking for cheaper flights, Kaufman says travelers could save up to 40% off through the flight booking app Hopper. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
An update on the new Zebulon baseball team now. The Coastal Plain League has narrowed their Name Your Team contest to 5 suggestions. The top 5 finalists are Bush Rangers, Croc Hunters, Devil Dogs, Iron Horses, and Thunder Roos. The new team will play at 5 County Stadium. According to the town, they received nearly 3,000 name submissions. You can vote for your favorite team through the end of the day on December 1st. Pope Leo is wishing Americans a happy Thanksgiving as he kicks off the first overseas trip of his papacy. He said this message for journalists on the papal plane.
To the Americans here, happy Thanksgiving. It's a wonderful day to celebrate, and I want to begin by saying thank you to each and every one of you for the service that you offer to the Vatican, to the Holy See, to my person, but to the whole world.
The Pope is in Turkey for the first stop on his trip. He is expected to meet with the Turkish president as the country becomes crucial in peace talks between Russia and Ukraine.
The Carolina Hurricanes are looking to get back into the win column after a tough loss to the New York Rangers during last night's Hockey for the Holidays on WRAL. The Canes went scoreless in the first period, but were able to get their offense started with a power play goal in the second by Shane Gostebier. They tied it 1-1, and they were able to score one more goal, but the Rangers were able to find the back of the net more, winning that game 4-2. The Canes will host the Winnipeg Jets tomorrow night at Lenovo Center. Puck drop for that game is at 5 p.m., so that should be a good game. All right, here in the WRAL Severe Weather Center with Elizabeth Gardner, looking across the country and knows some places having some travel issues because of some weather. Not here, though.
No, we had that cold front move through yesterday, and behind it, we have clearing skies, of course, and some chilly temperatures. Snow up around the Great Lakes, and up there they could even see a little thunder snow, which is very much just like a thunderstorm, except that it's cold and it snows, and it's not something that we see very often. We do have chilly air coming from Canada, diving into the southeast. Starting today, of course, you'll feel it as you step outside, and we're going to be seeing it really not just through the weekend, but into next week as well. Those 70s that we saw this past week have been really, really nice, and they're gone maybe for quite some time. We take a look at our Garner camera. Mostly clear skies right now. A northwest wind at 7 miles per hour, and it may be a little breezy this afternoon. 41 is our current temperature. Currently, right now, winds are steady at around 5 to 10, but we may see some gusty conditions this afternoon, but just say 20 to 25 miles per hour. Nothing that'll cause any problems. You may be headed out the door for a turkey trot. It's already 8:21, so I take that back. Probably everybody's already out there. Temperatures will be climbing into the mid to upper 40s by lunchtime, and our high this afternoon will be in the low to mid 50s. It'll be a little bit breezy. Okay, so the next big event is shopping in the morning. This is how it will feel at 7 a.m. tomorrow, 25 degrees. That's what it will feel like with the wind chill. Even at 10 o'clock, it's only going to feel like 30. We'll have lots of sunshine, but it's going to be quite cold, and even colder Saturday. Saturday morning at 24, but the wind chill may be a little bit light. The wind may be lighter, so we may not have as much wind chill to deal with. Looking ahead to Sunday, it is looking wetter for Sunday, so keep that in mind as you're making your weekend plans. If you have decorations to put up, Saturday looks like the better day, even though it will be cold. Our low temperature Saturday morning, 24. That's the coldest morning since February 22nd, so definitely feeling like winter over the weekend. And football games will be affected as well. Wake Forest plays at Duke at 3:30 Saturday. At game time, 46, so temperatures falling, of course. And then a night game for State and Carolina. Game time 7:30. 37 degrees, and it'll get even colder overnight, so just be prepared for that. Our next weather maker is another front that comes in on Sunday. That front will come in and stall over us, so rain could start on Sunday and then continue into Monday and Tuesday. Right now, it looks like we would be clearing by Wednesday, which is great news because we have our tower lighting for Raleigh, Durham, and Rocky Mount.
Can't wait. Elizabeth, thank you. And we are monitoring road conditions this morning on this Thanksgiving holiday. You're taking a live look over I-87 and New Hope Road. Of course, we're seeing some vehicles on the road this morning, maybe some people grabbing some last-minute items for that Thanksgiving dinner. Well, Thanksgiving travel here, whether you're taking to the roads or the skies, we have everything you need to know before going to your holiday destination.
Plus, that National Guard shooting, 2 Guard members in critical condition this morning, the attack and new information about the suspect. That's coming up next.
As you get into your car, tune to WRAL News Plus on your radio. In Raleigh on 99.3 FM, in Durham 96.5 FM, and everywhere on 101.5 HD3.
Good morning. Time now is 8:26. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm Michelle McConaughey. You all are wondering what your weather is going to be like for your Thanksgiving holiday. Meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner shows us what we're feeling like right now.
If you haven't stepped outside, it's definitely a lot colder than it was this time yesterday. 42 in Wilson, 41 Durham, 42 in Fayetteville. In Wilson, we love to watch the whirly gigs here, of course, downtown. A little bit of a spin here, but nothing dramatic. However, it could be a little bit breezy this afternoon. And it will be a lot cooler than yesterday if you're out for a stroll after your Thanksgiving meal around the middle of the afternoon. Our high will be around 53. We stay dry today as well as Friday and Saturday. Some showers in the forecast for Sunday, but boy, it looks like a chilly weekend for us.
All right, thanks, Elizabeth. And we are also monitoring the roads on your Thanksgiving holiday. This is a live look. I-87 at New Hope Road. A couple of cars on the road there, not seeing any major delays or backups this time of morning, which is great because I know a lot of people getting ready to head out. Well, where this holiday travel week could be the busiest ever. AAA expects 6 million people to fly from yesterday through Monday. That's 1.6 million more than last year. Right now, there are only 4 delays, no cancellations at RDU. Well, if you forgot an item for your Thanksgiving meal, you better get to the store early. Today, many grocery stores closing early, and the Triangle Harris Teeter will be open 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., Wegmans from 6 to 4, Food Lion from 7 to 3, and Lowe's Foods 8 to 4. Next on Fox 50, new information about a shooting that sent 2 National Guard members to the hospital. And coming up next on Today, the 99th annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade gets started in New York City. A live look there right now.
Shot in 4K ultra high definition. Your number one source for local news. WRAL News. Coverage you can count on.
Yesterday's cold front has delivered us a nice gift for Thanksgiving. If you like the cold air, it's chilly now, but even colder as we get into the weekend.
And targeted attack in the Capitol.
This heinous assault was an act of evil, an act of hatred, and an act of terror.
2 National Guard members in critical condition after being shot in D.C. when officials are expected to give an update on the investigation.
And cooking for a cause, the Durham Rescue Mission is up and moving this morning, already making those holiday preparations. How they'll help those in need this Thanksgiving. Such a charitable time right now. So many people finding ways to give back. Thanks for joining us here on this Thanksgiving. I'm Laura Levine.
And I'm Michelle McConaughey. I will have more on that coming up, as well as the airport conditions this morning, looking at at the roads live. We also have your forecast for you. Meteorologist Elizabeth Garner with a beautiful look from our Garner Tower.
It is. Boy, you're looking over just some gorgeous blue skies. Of course, with clear skies, sometimes we have chilly temperatures, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now. Our temperature right now heading out the door, 41 degrees. We have a northwest wind at 7, but later this afternoon, it could become just a little bit breezy. It stays chilly if you're going to be headed over to the family, joining up with the family about lunchtime, 49 degrees, and then early afternoon, we'll see our high temperature at about 53. If you're headed out to shop early tomorrow morning, it's going to be really cold. Lows drop into the 20s with a wind chill in the low 20s, but I'll walk you through it hour by hour coming up.
Elizabeth, thank you. Right now, we are staying on top of that breaking news out of D.C. And in just about 30 minutes, FBI Director Kash Patel and other officials will hold a news conference to give an update on the shooting of 2 National Guard members.
Yeah, last check, both members are in critical condition after being shot near the White House yesterday. The suspect, a 29-year-old Afghan national, was also shot and is in custody. That press conference expected to happen at 9 o'clock this morning. D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser says the shooting appears to have been a targeted attack, and the FBI plans to investigate this as a possible act of terrorism. Overnight, President Trump ordering 500 more National Guard members to protect the capital city and halted the processing of immigration requests related to Afghan nationals. He condemned the shooting last night while in Florida, calling it an attack against the nation.
They had taken a selfless oath to defend our nation against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And that is exactly what they were doing when they were gunned down in a savage attack. We will bring the perpetrator of this barbaric attack to swift and certain justice.
State Attorney General Jeff Jackson posted a statement to X saying the shooting was a heinous and cowardly assault on those who protect our country. North Carolina stands firmly with them, their families, and every member of the Guard community. We are praying for their recovery.
And you can follow the latest developments from that press conference by downloading the WRAL News app. That way you can be the first to know about any new information as we learn it. Also be sure to turn on those push notifications. We'll follow this story throughout the day right here on WRAL. You can look for live coverage from our evening news team starting at 4 p.m.
Runners are getting ready this Thanksgiving morning for the annual Raleigh Trophy Turkey Trot. That's where we find WRAL's Kelsey Coffey. She's near Dix Park this morning. And Kelsey, the run benefiting such a good cause. It gets started in just under 30 minutes. There's quite a few people behind you.
Yes, Michelle, organizers are expecting to see about 3,000 runners today. So I'll step out the way so you all can take a look at the crowd that is gearing up for that run that's scheduled to start in less than 30 minutes now. Runners will start here on Good Street and run a 5K around Dix Park. As I mentioned before, organizers are expecting that huge turnout. All proceeds for this event go to Healing Transitions of Raleigh. And WRAL is a proud media partner for this event. So they've got the music going. The spirits are high. It's great to even see families getting together to run together on the holiday. And what's also fun is they have these little clappers that people can also use too if they're cheering on their family members as they run. So we'll be sure to keep everyone updated as soon as they start. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.
Wow, what a fantastic turnout. Also a great turnout. Thousands of people across the Triangle will receive free Thanksgiving meals. More than 600 people volunteering at the Durham Rescue Mission this morning. People in need can receive a free meal, clothes, and a $50 voucher to the Durham Rescue Mission thrift stores. Today's meal giveaway starts at noon. And Raleigh's Helping Hand Mission helping feed families in need today as well. They'll be serving Thanksgiving dinner this afternoon. The meal will be turkey, homemade potato salad, collard greens, stuffing, and more. Anyone is welcome. The meal starts at 11:30 at 501 New Bern Avenue. And as you prepare your Thanksgiving turkey, it's important to do it safely. Remember, deep frying a turkey is one of the riskiest cooking methods. Fryers use large amounts of oil that can lead to serious burns and fires if not handled carefully. Only use fryers outside on a flat, stable surface. Keep children and pets away. Never leave the fryer unattended, and make sure your turkey is thawed. A frozen bird dropped into hot oil, not good, can cause serious splattering and fires.
Well, some passengers visiting family or friends want to take food with them on their flights. But what do you need to know for your Thanksgiving feast and how you can actually travel with it, right? So according to the TSA, you can take baked goods, meats, either frozen, cooked, or undercooked, or uncooked, that is, as a carry-on item. Fresh fruits and vegetables, candy and spices are also okay. Gravy, alcohol, and anything in a glass container will have to be checked. We're staying on top of breaking news in Durham right now. Firefighters are investigating what led to a house catching fire in Durham. Durham Fire says they got a call around 2:15 this morning at a home along Maplewood Drive. That's near East Club Boulevard and I-85. When they got there, they saw flames coming from the back of the home. After investigating, they found a car on fire behind the home that spread to the home. The fire was out within 15 minutes. No one was injured. The Red Cross is helping with homeowners who find a safe place to stay now. The death toll is rising after a massive apartment fire in Hong Kong. At least 65 people have been killed. Fire crews are still working on hot spots from a massive apartment fire. Officials say the fire broke out in a housing complex on Wednesday and then quickly spread to these massive high-rises. More than 120 people are injured. At last check, officials say nearly 280 people are unaccounted for.
Well, this morning, one person is in custody after a shooting in Fayetteville. It happened on Bragg Boulevard just after 6 o'clock last night. Officers say the suspect and victim knew each other and were involved in a fight when that shooting happened. The victim was rushed to the hospital where he died. This is still an active investigation. No names have been released.
We are getting new information and new insight into the strategies that could be at play in the criminal and civil cases against the Hedingham shooting suspect. On Tuesday, the families of the victims accused Austin Thompson's lawyers of withholding critical information about his mental health before trial. They say his defense team applied a blanket Fifth Amendment response to all of their questions. A lawyer who was not involved in this case told WRAL why they might not have taken that route.
One of the concerns is, and why they're pleading the Fifth, is, he has a constitutional right to plead the Fifth Amendment to remain silent when it comes to the criminal case. You don't have that in the civil. In civil, it can be used against you.
Court filings show Thompson's lawyers plan to blame his mental health and drug abuse as his defense. He is accused of killing 5 people in 2022 in Raleigh's Hedingham neighborhood. He faces 5 counts of murder.
North Carolina officials are taking new steps to verify that all voters in North Carolina elections are U.S. citizens. It is illegal to vote or even register if you are not a citizen. The State Board of Elections is partnering with the Trump administration to check voters' social security numbers. Democrats are concerned clerical errors are almost certain to cause many legitimate voters to be falsely accused of fraud. You can find more details in the NC Capitol section of WRAL.com. Well, the Carolina Hurricanes looking to get back into the win column after a tough loss to the New York Rangers during last night's Hockey for the Holidays on WRAL. The Canes went scoreless in the first period, but in the second, Shane Gostomir scored on a power play to tie it up 1-1. The Canes would score once more, but the Rangers were able to find the back of the net 3 more times, winning that game 4-2. The Canes will host the Winnipeg Jets tomorrow night at Lenovo Center. Puck drop is at 5 p.m.
The Powerball jackpot is growing once again. It's now $719 million after last night's drawing. That's a cash value of more than $330 million. So the winning numbers were 7, 8, 15, 19, and 28. The Powerball is 3 and the Power Play multiplier is 3. The next drawing will be held Saturday night just before our 11 p.m. newscast on WRAL.
Still to come, Black Friday deals. From feasting to shopping, 5 on Your Side shares the best deals and deals you can take advantage of this year.
Plus, wish coming true. A kid from Apex wished to meet Santa, and today they'll meet at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Why he says this wish isn't just about the gifts.
And it's a chilly start to your holiday. You're taking a live look at temperatures all across the area. 36 degrees in Chapel Hill, 41 in Durham. Meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner has your Thanksgiving forecast and the temperature drop expected tonight.
8:43. Of course, we had that cold front come through yesterday. Ahead of that front, it was really warm yesterday. Completely different on the other side of it. This high pressure system rotating clockwise is dragging in some chilly air from up north, and it doesn't stop here. Of course, it helps to bring us some sunshine too. High pressure systems are often associated with clear skies, and that's what we're seeing here at Rocky Mount Mills. We're excited on Wednesday to be looking forward to our annual tower lighting. This tower here at Rocky Mount Mills, the Lucky Strike Tower in Durham, and of course the tower right here in our backyard as well. Our temperatures are still in the low to mid 40s this morning. 41 in Durham and Roxborough, 41 in Garner and Cary, 42 in Rocky Mount. And our temperatures will be fairly slow to warm up. If you're about to head out the door to walk the dog, it'll be chilly. Closer to lunchtime, temperatures will be in the upper 40s to near 50 degrees. And we'll see highs in the low 50s this afternoon. Our temperatures drop into the 30s by 9 o'clock this evening, and wind chill will be an issue tonight. I'll show you coming up.
This What's Trending report, sponsored by Rug & Home.
Netflix crashed for fans of Stranger Things.
Yes, it did. Plus, reasons not to get your kids gifts, tangible gifts for Christmas this year. We will explain in What's Trending.
Yeah, starting here, the final season of Stranger Things debuted last night, and the launch briefly pulled Netflix into the upside down. The service was down for about 3 minutes and continued to have bugs for some fans. That's despite the service providing extra bandwidth for the tens of thousands of viewers. We know this has been long anticipated, right? So many people were looking forward to this finally coming back to Netflix. So, of course, you know, it crashed.
I'm so excited. My husband and I were going to watch it last night. We decided to save it for today.
Yes.
And I am so excited. It's a 3-part release. Part 1 last night, Part 2 on Christmas Day, Part 3 New Year's Eve. What are they trying to do to us here?
They're trying to keep the buzz alive because it's the last go around, right?
Yes. All right, well, in a video now going viral, a mom makes the case for experiences over Christmas presents. In it, Andrea Doms, a mother of 2, asks her 13-year-old daughter, Brinley, to name 3 things that she got last year for Christmas. She couldn't do that, but she knew immediately where they took their family vacation that year and the year prior. The Doms family focusing more on the experience of Christmas and spending time together this year. I love it.
Yeah, very important message.
It is, yes.
Well, happening right now, one of the most watched television events of the year, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Yes, a 9-year-old Apex student will be one of those people watching it live. Andrew was born with a cleft lip and cleft palate, known as craniofacial difference. It's his biggest wish to meet Santa at the parade. The Magical Moments Foundation is making that wish come true. Andrew told us this wish is not just about sharing his Christmas list with the big guy.
I wanted to tell him that I hope all other craniofacial difference kids have a Merry Christmas. I hope people think like, wow, this kid really believed in himself and his wish came true. So I think I should believe in myself and like good things will come to me in life.
Oh, my goodness. He is so sweet. Well, that parade happening right now. Another Thanksgiving tradition happening today, the National Dog Show. It began in 1879. It has been held annually since 1933. And this is the 24th year it has been televised on NBC. Mark Barker talked to the show's hosts about how it came to be and how it's flourished.
That goal is that Best in Show ribbon.
When the film comedy Best in Show debuted 25 years ago,
He went after her like she's made out of ham.
It gave an NBC executive an idea, and he reached out to John O'Hurley.
Phone rang, I picked it up and I said hello, and on the other end was John Miller going, woof, woof.
And out of that conversation,
hello everyone, happy Thanksgiving,
came what has become a new holiday tradition.
We take great pride in what we do every Thanksgiving Day for all the families that are gathered around waiting for the turkey to come out.
Nearly 2,000 of the top dogs in the country.
Thursday will mark the 24th year that O'Hurley and David Fry have co-hosted the National Dog Show presented by Purina, with Mary Carrillo offering...
There he goes again. Always wanted to get attention, that one.
...her own unique slant on the proceedings.
They are the only athletes I've ever covered that, you know, I get to hug and they get to lick my face.
This year, the Danish-Swedish farm dog debuts among the 202 breeds competing for the 2025 crown.
The Alaskan Malamute,
the Siberian Husky. A golden would make everybody happy. A great show dog makes all of us happy.
It makes for a day that, despite its unlikely roots, has carved its own Turkey Day niche.
But everybody has a smile on their face, and it's a testament to what dogs are in our lives. They make us smile.
And that is a win by any measure. Mark Barker, NBC Entertainment.
We're all smiling in here because those dogs are so cute. I love it. All right, well, the best Black Friday deals used to mean waking up really early, waiting in the cold for hours, waiting in those lines, but not necessarily this year. 5 on Your Side's Ashley Rowe shares some of the best deals you can take advantage of right now.
Despite rising prices amid tariffs and inflation, predictions are we will be spending big this holiday season, hitting $1 trillion for the first time. Many holiday sales are in full swing, and there is still plenty of time to get a good deal. Just make sure it's actually a good deal.
If you want to know if something is truly a good deal, check out the product's price history with tools like Camel, 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 Honey, and Keepa.
Prices can change from day to day and even throughout the day, so knowing the price history can give you an edge. That's especially true for larger purchases like electronics. Black Friday usually has great tech deals, and Consumer Reports says it's the best time to get a TV.
Prices may go up after Cyber Monday, so be ready. Know what you want and how much you're willing to spend.
And sales go well beyond tech.
So nearly everything is on sale. You've got small appliances like coffee makers and air fryers, even vacuums and mattresses.
As you're playing the pricing game, don't forget about price matching. It can give you the upper hand, but not always.
Some only price match between their own in-store and online prices, but others will match competitor prices.
You can find some of the best deals on WRAL's Smart Shopper page. Just look under the 5 on Your Side consumer tab on WRAL.com. Happy Thanksgiving and happy shopping. Ashley Rowe, 5 on Your Side.
Well, if you're getting ready to check out the malls in our area for Black Friday, we have you covered. Here's a look at the opening times across the Triangle. Crabtree Valley Mall, Triangle Town Center, and Cross Creek Mall opens at 7 a.m. tomorrow. The Streets at South Point opens at 9 a.m. And then here's a look at some of our big outlet malls. Stores at the Carolina Premier Outlets in Smithfield and the Tanger Outlets in Mebane begin opening at 6 a.m. Well, meteorologist Elizabeth Gartner is here on your Thanksgiving morning as parts of the country in the Midwest dealing with some winter weather, Elizabeth.
Yes, and this is such a cool video from just a couple of years ago in Ohio of thunder snow. And maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't. There's a certain famous meteorologist that made it famous a few years ago. Thunder snow, thunder snow. But yeah, it's kind of hard to capture on video, so that's why we don't have a very new video of it. But it's very cool. So what happens is it's formed very much the way a regular thunderstorm is in the summertime. You typically have some colder air and warmer air coming together, provides a lot of energy in the atmosphere, and you get thunder and lightning. And so that happens when it's cold enough in the snow, just not very often, certainly hardly ever around here. We're looking at cold temperatures, but the snow stays way up there around the Great Lakes. It's 25 in Minneapolis, 24 in Kansas City, 28 in Chicago right now. Not as cold as that, but we're going to see some really cold temperatures overnight, both tonight and tomorrow night. It is nice and clear here as we take a look across Wake County, 41 degrees right now. Winds are northwest at 7 and may pick up a little bit later this afternoon. Current temperatures are in the low to mid 40s, 41 in Roxborough, 45 in Clinton, and a little bit of everything in between. Anywhere from about 20 to 25 degrees colder than it was this time yesterday. And we'll also see another big drop. We're starting at 40 right now. We're probably going to be a good 10 to 15 degrees colder again for tomorrow morning. 53 right after your big turkey dinner, if you're going to stretch the legs. 53 in Raleigh, 51 Durham, and 56 in Fayetteville for our afternoon highs. 78 is the warmest that we've ever seen for Thanksgiving Day. And you know, just yesterday we had high temperatures in the 70s, and then the coldest was a morning low of 23 in 1970 and 2002. And you know what? On Saturday morning, we'll see a low of 24. So we're kind of seeing everything from the warmest to the coldest just this week. The only thing that we're not seeing is heavy rain or snow. 3.1 inches, way back. The only snowfall we've ever seen on a Thanksgiving Day in 1912. And meteorologist Chris Michaels did a great story about that, which is on WRAL.com right now that you can check out. A cold day Friday and Saturday, and then we switch over to some rain Sunday, which could last all the way through Tuesday.
All right, thanks, Elizabeth. Before we go to break, here are your winning lottery numbers. Good luck.